Were I a smarter man, I would have recommended that we do this channel a little differently because we can't tell you anything about what we're drinking. We don't even know why you should continue to watch at this point, but you can guarantee you're going to get honest, unbiased opinions over here, and maybe that's worth sticking around. Let's find out what's going on with this glass.
Welcome back to Stuff and Whiskey after Josh's incredibly thrilling intro. I'm sure you just want to see more. I'm Erin.
As she said, I'm Josh, and we are tasting this completely blind, but the title will tip you off a little bit as to why this might be of interest to you. Hopefully you're sitting down with a pour as represented in one of these types of glasses on one of our new shirts over at stuffandwhiskey.com. And unless you're at work or driving.
Yeah, don't do...
If you're driving, don't be watching. But if you're at work, you're probably not drinking, unless you got a really cool job, in which case, let us know what you do below so we can maybe look into some career changes. All right, let's get into this on the nose. And as Erin does it, I'll let you know that this was drawn at random from our blind sample pool, full of a bunch of bourbons and ryes, most of which we've never had before, so there's no familiarity. And we taste this way so that you get the most, again, honest, unbiased opinions possible. And it's kind of fun. Okay. So you're having reactions over there.
It smells bright and also like a stick from outside. Like wood and earth. I was going to say dirt, but earth sounds more sophisticated.
Yeah, I got you
wood
there.
And earth.
There's a little fruitiness in here, though, to me.
Yeah, I can see that underneath it all. Underneath the dirty stick, there's like a piece of fruit.
Yeah, I'm trying to place what it could be, and it smells a little berry-like. But it's so
There's like a
muted.
top note of brightness, though.
Yeah, there is. And like just general, like the outdoor air that you say. You know, it just kind of has like this seemingly light, pretty balanced, pretty seemingly approachable nose to it. Let's get it on the palate.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it comes across like it smells. Nothing new.
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm getting more flavor than I was expecting.
Oh, you weren't expecting much flavor? I was expecting flavor.
It's the nose is pretty subtle and muted.
Really? I didn't think so.
Yeah, it was to me.
I mean, I'm getting bright, fruity, earthy, woody. All the things I got on the nose, I'm getting on the palate, but it's in a good combination. It does taste bright, so there's not a lot of depth, a lot of like deep notes, but it's also not so bright that it's sometimes things can be too bright where they're sour
or sharp
or like bitter. That's not happening, which is nice.
I feel you there. Yeah, no, I generally think it's pretty pleasant, pretty enjoyable. I'm going to need a second sip because that first sip kind of took me off guard. It had a little bit more oomph on the palate than I thought, but it's not a ton of oomph. So second sip.
Okay, I'm getting more woodiness coming out on the second sip, but it is flavorful.
Yeah, I like that. Overall, it's got that fruitiness to it. I mean, it's almost, I can kind of detect a little bit of the corn sweet. It tastes like a bourbon.
There is a little bit of medicinal aftertaste after the second sip.
I feel you there too, yeah. But it's not off-putting to me.
No, it's subtle, but it took some time to arrive.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of striking me with like this kind of corn sweetness to it. It has this kind of
What's corn sweetness?
Well, I mean, it tastes like bourbon, and bourbon gets its sweetness from corn being the predominant grain in the mash. And like things that aren't too old kind of have, it almost has like a little bit of that corn taste to it.
Okay.
Like a sweet type of flavor.
Okay.
Because it's not tipping into anything specific. Like, if anything, like maybe a little bit of vanilla sweetness. It's not really getting into the caramels. It's not, presenting anything like that.
There's no deep, like I think caramel, when I get a caramel note, that provides some depth and like some grounding. Yeah. And there is none of that here, but it's not so bright it's sharp, so I like that. Yeah,
I'm just getting like honey, berries, corn sweetness.
Yeah, I'll agree.
A little woodiness. Seems like a generally approachable, pretty easy sipping bourbon. Yeah. I'm going to need another sip for a rating.
I mean, I'll take another one. Okay. Twist my arm. Yeah, I think this is generally good.
Yeah. Yeah, tastes fine to me. I mean, relatively enjoyable.
Yeah.
Tastes, we have quite a few bottles here in the house that have amassed over the years of doing the channel and being into whiskey prior to that. And this tastes like a lot of the things that we have in this house that are from Kentucky, that are bourbon. that are reasonably proof, like on the lower end.
I'd say sub 100 or below.
100 or below.
That's what my guess would be.
Yeah, and not that we're trying to guess to kind of pigeonhole it on anything. We're just trying to give you some expectations or some framework.
That's how
so that you have expectations.
Presents itself.
Right.
Whether it is or isn't doesn't matter. We're just telling you what we're getting when we drink it.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, generally enjoyable. I would hope that something like this would be around that $30 to $50 price range.
Yeah, same.
You know, I would definitely prefer it to be, what's your rating?
I'm giving it thumbs up. I like it.
I'll go thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah.
When I want that, we're coming into the warmer weather here, right? And when I want something generally light and easy, but that still has a little bit of oomph and has a little bit of flavor to it, I find this to be very enjoyable. So thumbs up means we like it. Let's find out the price and see if that changes.
The price?
Now that we know that we have some context for the value.
The price is $50.
Okay, I said 30 to 50 bucks.
And that's not horrible. I feel like for what this is, what I'm getting out of this, I might want to spend a little bit less, but I'm not going to let that change my rating because I do think it's a good value. So I'm going to stay thumbs up.
Yeah. Let me take a sip. Yeah, so this is where I struggle, right? Because we have so many things that taste kind of like this.
Yeah.
So to me, I just kind of want to say I could take it or leave it because I don't really need another bottle of whatever this is.
So let's say we don't have anything like this.
If I didn't have anything like this, I would say thumbs up.
Okay.
I wish it were 30 or 40, but if it's going to be 50,
it's
and the
not
way prices,
it's not 50 is not astronomical. Like I'm not so shocked by it. So it's
the way prices have been going and just inflation in general.
Yeah.
I mean, the 50 is the old 30, you know?
Kind of.
So, honestly speaking, this 5 years ago shouldn't have been more than $30, but now if it's 50, that's kind of why I say 30 to 50.
Yeah, I get it.
And I just, in my heart, I really wish it were 30, but 50 is not bad. Oh, man, I'm really torn on the rating, though. I'll give it a thumbs up. Like, it's worth checking out. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't dislike it at 50.
Maybe we'd buy one bottle, but if we rate out, we probably wouldn't buy it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would buy a bottle of
would
this
you
or
like
not.
to find out what it is?
Let's find out what it is.
Okay. It is Bardstown Bourbon Company Black Label, bottled in bond. It's 100 proof. And this is thanks to Bill and Delia Kavanaugh.
All right. Weeded bottled in bond.
I feel like we just recently filmed a video with this.
This was in a head-to-head very recently against the white label.
May or may not have also not picked up that it was a weeder.
Correct. So
maybe not. You'll have to watch the video to see.
This is helpful because we're not getting wheat or funk.
No. It's light. It's light like a weeder is, but you said corn.
It's coming through. Well, corn's still the predominant grain in the bourbon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
sorry.
It's coming.
I just have a whiskey tube channel. I don't know these things.
For 3 years.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's coming through with the flavor of 100 proof, but the drinking experience of a lower proof. And the reason that came through was because of the weeded elements, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
A little softer on the palate in that regard. But yeah, generally speaking, good. Kind of worth checking out if you haven't.
Purchased?
In most markets.
Okay.
It's spotty in our market here in Nashville, Tennessee. We just don't get a lot of this that I've seen. Of course, I haven't been into stores a lot this year because we've been so busy doing barrel picks, and all my money has gone towards getting those because I just want backups and all that. So if you're interested in our barrel picks, by the way, perfect time to mention that you can get access to those over on Patreon. You can even sign up for the free tier, so it literally costs you nothing, but that's how you can get notified of when we will be releasing barrel picks and all that stuff. And also at the $3 tier and up, you get to be plugged into our amazing online community full of a bunch of the best people out there. We say we're about good people and good whiskey. And if that is you, then you definitely need to check out our Patreon.
Absolutely.
If you are not good people and you don't like good whiskey, skip it. Just stay away, please.
Go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else. This is not the place for you. But if you're good people who like good whiskey, then join on in.
Yeah.
And the tiers go up from there. Better access to barrel picks if it's something that's a little bit more hot, or if you want to come on a barrel pick with us, or all kinds of stuff. You can check it out all over there. But getting back to this, I think our takeaway rather from the other video was this is a solid product for the money. Yeah. You're not getting ripped off. It's not a deal, but also Bardstown Bourbon Company's not one of the huge legacy distilleries that goes back, although they are huge.
And the fact that it's $50 and it's a non-legacy distillery product, I'm kind of surprised because normally those types of bottles tend to be more expensive just because they have to build in costs for doing all the things. So pretty good price for what it is. I'd probably have one bottle, but then once it ran out, maybe not replace it. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it's well worth checking out.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very interesting to run across a sample like this. I have no clue what we're going to title this one, but
Find out.
we will find out. And make sure to check the video description below for a link to the video of the head-to-head against the white label. And that is a very interesting watch as well. So you can see which one we think is the better buy and how they compare, tasting them side by side. So, yeah. Also, while you're down there clicking on links and stuff, click the like button.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel if you like blind tastings like this, where you get an honest opinion. Because I guarantee you, I'm not unbiased. If I'm knowing that this is Bardstown Black Label, I'm going to be tasting it knowing that it's a distillery that I like, and I'm going to be propping it up. So you get a little bit more...
Or you'll just be more predisposed to, in your mind, prop it up, or like make excuses for it if you didn't like it.
Right.
But now you didn't know what it was, so you were just giving your opinion.
Sounds like a good reason to subscribe if you like whiskey and you like blind tastings.
There you go.
And hit the bell. We do live streams once a month here on YouTube, and those float around, so the bell will actually help you on this channel to know when we're going live. It can notify you. So
Absolutely.
I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Be good to each other, y'all. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.